Today, we're going to be creating this fun and beautiful maxed image, right? You can see the stylish shape. You can see the image kind of coming out from the shape. How do we get that? That's what we're going to be creating today. So let's get started. So you can see this is the image. We have our image, we have our shape, right? You can see our shape here, and we have this design, the final output. And this is the original image that we started with, right? So how do we create this particular image? How do we change or turn this image from this to this unique way? This is one of the ways you can actually use to create like unique designs, right? Don't have to necessarily use design the same way you picked it. You can just, because you're a designer, you have to like give make your design more interesting, like make it different from where we're adapting that is out there. So for us to create something like this, I'm just going to duplicate the main design, right? And then delete this. So first we're going to create, because you can see this design is inside a shape. So we are using the max, we'll be using the max feature, right? The max tool in Figma. Remember in my Figma crash course, right? I talked about masking in Figma. So if you've not watched it and you're still trying to find your way around Figma, you might need to watch the Figma crash course for you to get a hang of what we'll be discussing today, and it will help you to quickly grab some certain things. So for you to max an image, or for you to max an element in Figma, we need to select the image, right? Let's select this image and bring it and put it at the front of, on the front of the physical shape you want to max it with. Select both of them. When I select both of them, you can see the image is selected. The shape is also selected. So let me select again, right? And then I max. It automatically puts it inside the shape. What if in a situation where we don't want to, let's say we have this, right? It's actually cool. It's still looking cool like this, right? If we put it on this, in this place, and then arrange it like decreasing, the design still looks good and great, right? What are in a situation where we want to create something like, you want to just make the image image unique? There are so many ways you can actually spice up the world. For today, we're going to be focusing on this, right? So let's create this. We're going to duplicate this as well, right? The reason I created that is that design is not just linear. You can just design so many things. You can start out with something and end with another. So we're going to, first of all, create the shape, right? So to create the shape, and we created, this shape was created from a square, right? To create this shape this way, we are going to use like independent corners, right? For you to do that, for example, add corner radius to it, right? You're going to like for you to add the corner radius, you either draw it with the dotted lines here, right? Drag it in, or maybe you change it manually here. But you can ask, if you notice, this is not what we have here. We have like independent corners. We have like one side that is pointing out, that doesn't have the corner. So what we'll do is to unlink this, right? When you hover on it, to show you like independent corners, right? So unlink it, bring this in, right? Just by dragging, and then voila, we have created this particular shape that the image seems to be coming out from, right? And we're going to select, and we're going to give it a color. I think I like the color here, right? Let's select the color of the lady. Let's select the color of the lady. Then after that, if you don't like, you can always change it, right? So we've gotten this. The next thing is for us to remove the background, right? To remove the background from this lady. Remove the background where this lady is, because we want to give it a new background, which is this shape, right? So we select the lady and remove the background. I will use remove.pg to search for remove pg. This is the particular plugin I'm going to use. You might need to set up your API key, right? They will guide you on how to do that, and then run. So once I run, it's going to remove the background. Yeah, so it has removed the background, right? And then I'm going to crop it, because this is actually much. The sides, it has too many empty areas on the sides. So I'm just going to crop it to maybe like fit the image exactly. So now that we've cropped the image out, right? Now that we've cropped the image, I'm going to take this image, then you can see that the image is at the back of the shape. I'm going to bring it to the top, right? What I would do is to duplicate the shape twice, copy and paste, right? Remember, we have this and we have this. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z and I'm going to change the color of this particular shape probably to something probably something red, so as to differentiate it from this particular one that is going to be the background of the shape. So I'm going to bring it up, right? I'm going to bring this up, then draw this, right? Then increase it to fit into the image. I want her hand. Let's see how this one is. You can see her hands, my fingers are kind of coming out a little bit from the shape. So let's create that exactly the way it is. And also, if you notice, okay, yeah. So and make sure that the down path, right, is outside the shape that you want to max it in. When you are done taking this shape, so let's rename this rectangle. Say let's call this one background, right? Then let's call this one top shape, right? Top shape. So we have like two rectangles or two shapes. The first one is the one at the top, which is the red one. You can see the color here. And the second one is this one, which is this particular color that we picked here, which is this. So we're going to select this, right? This particular top shape and then the image. So once you select, first we're going to copy the image. Let's copy this image. Once you copy it, hold it, don't paste. Copy it and hold, right? So we select this image, select the shape, and then max it. This is the max tool. So use max when you want to max this particular one that looks as though it's a circle. Just mask it. Once you click on it, it places it inside the. And when you I just observed it, I see that this girl's head is already in the image. How do we make it? You remember you copied the image before, so paste it. It's going to paste it in the same area, like on the same area that where you copied it from. Then open up your image editing tool, like your image property tool right here, and then come to crop. You've already cropped it. That's why it has these edges like showing you to crop. What you do is to take and cut the image, like crop the image to the top until all the excesses, you can see all the excesses outside the shape, this particular shape, no longer show. Then you can stop. And then you can see you have created your shape. What you will do is to select all of them and group. If you didn't get it the first time, you might need to rewatch the video to get it again. So I'm going to rename it. Remember, you always name your file. So I'm going to call this image, right? Or styled image. You can call it styled image, right? And then we'll bring it to our design. When you bring it in, you can see that it's too big. You can use like you can use the scale tool to scale it down, right? You can use the scale tool to scale it down, and you can see we have created our unique image, just like what we have here, right? We've created it. So this is one of the ways to spice up your design instead of you just having like just an image. So if I present it now, present it now, you can see that the image is then showing and it's actually looking very beautiful, right? So I use this color because just like a part of it, so you can use any color. So far, it's in harmony with all the colors here, right? And this one harmonizes with the other colors here. Hope you enjoyed the video. In our next video, we're going to be creating this fun text animation. You can see the way the text is animating. So don't forget to come back and check for the next video. Thank you and see you next time. Kindly subscribe, like, and share with folks. See you next time, guys. Thank you for coming.